You and I, if this resonates with you, you and I are Aquarian leaders. We chose this time and space for a reason. When I looked into my daughter's eyes, something changed. There was this depth, knowing, right? This wisdom of the soul that was staring right back at me, almost like a mirror, an invitation, and a dare. They dared me to step up my game. They dared me to leave a legacy of a much better world for them than the one they were born into. It was a dare. Because you know what? I had no idea how to do it. I had no idea what that meant at the time. But I did know something. When I looked into their eyes and when I snuggled them and loved them, and the mama bear came out in the whole protective mode, something else also awakened. And it was this deep knowing that I was playing small. Even though by the age of 30, at the time that I looked around, I was like, well, I have already created everything I could possibly ask for. I had a successful international athletic career, academic accolades, thriving business, loving and supporting fantastic husband, beautiful, healthy daughters, a family overseas, and a home in a place that when I was 5 years old, I simply made a wish of, I would love to see this place one time. What more could I possibly ask for? Well, the answer came in a very interesting format. It led me through a tunnel of fire. Over the years that followed, pretty much every single thing that no longer belonged burnt off. It was not pretty. It was not a walk in the park always. In fact, the first shift that I had to really learn how to dance with was when everything that I thought was fully supporting me, this grit and commitment and determination and fearlessness that helped me create everything, now nearly killed me. Postpartum depression, severe burnout. I had to learn how to tap deeper. And in fact, it was this innate knowing of tapping deeper, elevating my consciousness. And through the journey that followed, I started to realize that, hey, my soul was becoming more excited. Those nudges were becoming louder and much more vibrant. My dreams were becoming bigger. You and I are Aquarian leaders. We chose this time and space for a reason. Because what you and I get to do now is to tap deeper, elevate our ideas, step up, show up in a whole different way, in a way that our soul was designed for to begin with. No longer constricted by the external expectations of ticking off all the boxes and pretending to be somebody that we're not, and minimizing ourselves into some labels that the world made comfortable, but they never even fit us, but we kind of contorted ourselves into. We now get to untame our inner lioness. We now get to step up, and we now get to not just break the shackles of those limiting beliefs and actions and programming. We get to break through the self-imposed glass ceiling we didn't even know was there. Because you know why? We are early adopters. We are trailblazers. We are the ones that we get to elevate the humanity. We get to create the new world of social justice, and we get to be co-creating this mass awakening. That's why we're here. And each and every one of us gets to do it in our own unique way. So whether you're somebody who has thus far been excelling out in the court, in a field, in a pool, in the athletic arena, you get to elevate that. There's so much more substance to what you have to offer. Your genius gets to be polished. Your edges get to be sharpened. And your impact gets to be amplified. If you're one of the business owners who has been already creating incredible impact, by all means, I'm here to challenge you that this is just the beginning. You're just getting started. There's so much more is available to you. And if you're an expert professional who has been, investing every waking moment into perfecting your skills and playing in your excellence, this is your invitation. This is your dare to step up in your zone of genius, beyond your comfort zone, beyond the norms and the rules. They no longer apply. So here's the thing, right? We established that you already have the competence, you already have the commitment, you already have the vision. Let's clarify that. Let's capture that and amplify it, and let's develop the capacity for you to hold that. Because you know what? Being an Aquarian leader, being the world changer now also comes with a new set of responsibilities. And you need to have the capacity to not only hold the vision of yours, not only hold the space for those of you that you're impacting, and not only to have the strength to blaze the trail where millions are going to be following in making the change that you are an early adopter of. You also get to have the capacity to move all this energy required and the stamina to sustain it. For that, you will need not just strategies, but quantum strategies, because it's, you and I are time and space travelers. We bend the reality. We get to create a new one in a way that has never been created before. That's why when you were looking around all this time, maybe you felt lost in ways, because there was no point of reference to say, this is how I want to operate. This is what resonates with me. You get to create your own blueprint that does not exist. And this is why you and I are right here having this conversation. I know how to help you create this blueprint, not the one that I created for myself. Copy pasting no longer applies. And I'm not here to say that I know exactly what you desire and what you need and what you want to require. That gets to be determined when we get to talk. But what I do know is that the world that we are building will be very different, and anything that comes our way, anything that shows up, you get to have the tools, the knowing, the agility, the strength, the stamina to not just take it and sustain it, but to move it, to handle it, no matter what that gets to be. So somewhere around this video, there's an invitation. If this resonates with you, I'll see you on the inside. And if you do have any questions, you know where to find me, and we'll talk. Either way, your time is here. This is game time. This is a go time. You've been practicing all these years. Now we get to play.